It tastes just like the red, white, and blue.
That's actually not bad.
Popsicles,
Yeah.
you know? Mm-hmm. And have fun.
Thank you. I'm Rick Vetiver, and today we're talking about the House of Versace. Definitely a house that we've talked about in the past, but we wanted to take a deeper look into why we think it's such a staple within the fashion and fragrance industry. After doing a little bit of research and smelling some of my fragrance, I think it came down to three things. The artistry of their scents, how unique these scents are and how noticeable they are when people can smell them. The price point of these scents. What's the lowest amount I can pay and still be able to smell amazing? And as lame as it sounds, the name recognition. Especially if you're gonna get into fragrance as deep as we've gotten, where we trade and sell fragrances, you're obviously gonna wanna have a company that has prestige behind the name. So let's talk about the artistry behind Versace. And we're not just talking about the scent, we're talking about the packaging, we're talking about the look of the bottle. And if you're familiar with Versace bags or clothing, you know that their prints are so loud. They're gold Medusa heads, their patterns are wild, and they're head turners, and we love them for that. And their bottles are no different. Versace Eau Fraiche looks like it was carved out of glacier diamonds. The crystal blue juice looks so refreshing that you could drink it. It's enough to revive an unconscious Bobby Boucher. What makes the notes of Versace's Eau Fraiche so unique and so artistic? It's gotta be that top note for me, which is the lemons and that starfruit note. And starfruit I can only describe as like this melon and grapefruit combination. It's so mouth-watering. It almost gives me like a sensation if I'm drinking like a fruity Perrier or something. Like I feel the fizziness. It's just, wow, give me a second. Let me spray this again because it's so tropical, and then just that first burst of that top note is so mouth-watering. Going into the mid notes, you have cedarwood and sage. So it does have this little woodsy vibe to it. Even during it drying down, for me, I can still smell that burst of fruit. Getting into the last notes, it has amber and musk. So it does give me that well-rounded manliness that I do look for in most of my fragrances. Even though I do like some of the unisex ones, I do like more of the ones that have that musky, more manly tone. And this does a perfect job of rounding off those really fruity, bright notes with that nice masculineness on the bottom. So in summary, the scent profile is going to be a citrusy, aromatic, fruity, tropical, fresh fragrance. And all those accords definitely hit me in the right spot because those are all the things I want to smell in a fragrance. The sillage is moderate. It's not something that's super overwhelming, but if you're definitely in someone's vicinity, you're going to smell how amazing this is. And the longevity, I would say, is moderate as well. This isn't something that's going to last me throughout the day and throughout the night. I definitely feel that I'll have to reapply this within the 6th hour to maybe 7th hour. And it's definitely something that I would recommend more for summer, spring, and daytime. I don't know how well this will do at night, even though it is a nice fruity smelling one. I don't think it's a date night fragrance. Moving on. We're gonna talk about a fragrance that is well known. It is a fragrance that if you've walked into any department store, you have seen. If you've been to any bar or any night event, you have smelled. And it's no other than Versace's Eros. What makes Eros unique? It's the apple vanilla combination. It's a combination that I don't know if I'm smelling something refreshing or something edible. It blends it so well that it's a sexy, fresh fragrance, and there's not many of those out there. Fresh fragrances like the Eau Fraiche make you smell clean, and to me, the more sexier ones make you smell more edible. And this plays that perfect, it walks that perfect line between both of them. Both of them. Sprayer. Oh God. This is a fragrance that does not smell repetitive. It doesn't matter how many times you smell it, it smells delicious. It is commonly known as the boy scent, but I think that gets such a bad rap to it. I think that it's a shame that so many of these boys have used Versace Eros and given it a bad name, because this is the fragrance of love, not the fragrance of... Let's appreciate the artistry in this bottle. It's got the classic Versace Medusa head front and center and a Medusa gold on the top. It's got a beautiful aqua green tint to the bottle and makes that liquid look so vibrant when you got light hitting on it. It's got this texture of their imprint on the back, and it looks so classy that it could be a mantelpiece, a desk piece. This could be just sitting on my desk, and it just looks nice sitting there. The scent itself is this wonderful mixture of green apples and tonka bean. I honestly don't even know what else is in this. That's all I can smell, and for me, it lasts all through the scent. So I do love a fragrance that is the same from top, middle, and end. The scent profile on this fragrance is going to be vanilla, green, aromatic, fresh, and spicy. This fragrance is almost versatile. Most people think that this is perfect for nighttime wear, but if you're easy on the trigger and do the right amount of sprays, I think you could definitely pull this off during the daytime because of that green, fresh note. The longevity on this is out of control. If I have to be careful, if I spray this on a jacket or on a sweater more specifically, I'm gonna be able to smell this scent like 3 days after. On my skin, a full 8 hours plus. Easy on the trigger. It's definitely an amazing buy just for how long it lasts. You're gonna need very little sprays, and it's gonna be an almost versatile scent. Insane sillage. If you wanna be loud and noticed, if you wanna walk into a room, go crazy on this sprayer. I think that if you use it appropriately, the sillage that you'll get from that is gonna attract people anyways, but this is definitely one that is gonna be a banger when it comes to being smelled across the room. From the wisdom of Donatella Versace herself on Eros, she says, "This is a fragrance for a man who is his own master. He is a hero, a man who defends their ideas and their goals." So pronounced, so profound. Let's talk about price. If you walk into any Versace store, you're gonna pay $90 for any one of those bottles. But if you go to a department store on the right day where they're having sales, we could get these for as low as $50, and that is a steal. To own a luxury designer product with high quality ingredients for as low as $50, we're not gonna find a better deal elsewhere. So make sure you keep your eyes peeled, because I've even seen these being sold in convenient drugstores like CVS, and they might be sold for even cheaper than $50, which is insane for a heritage name. Which brings me to my next point, the name recognition of this brand. When you think of Italy, you think of high quality cars, high quality fashion, and high quality food. And Versace's fragrances are no different. Although they aren't what they once were, and some of their rivals such as Gucci and Chanel have surpassed them in prestige, that doesn't take away from the fact that they are a high quality luxury brand. And that is what you get when you purchase these fragrances. So Versace holds a dear place in my heart. And it's not just for their quality in their items, but the memories that tie me to the company. Before I got into fragrances, before I got a collection of fragrances or got into the fragrance community, I fell in love with Eros. I was fortunate enough to cop a bottle of about this size, and it made me fall in love with smelling good. It showed me that there was different scents out there. I no longer smelled like Axe body spray or Adidas cologne. I smell of quality and high luxury, and I knew people around me loved the way it smelled, so I almost became addicted to this little guy. I would dap a couple behind the ear and on the wrist, and I would think that that's perfect amount for everybody to smell me, and I truly cherish this little guy. Once I started running low on the fragrance, and don't judge me. I didn't know anything about fragrances. I assumed, hey, this says toilet water somewhere. Might as well just put a little bit of water and give it an old shake, and now I got a full bottle. So as soon as it got down near the end, I topped it off with some old toilet water and used it for a couple of weeks or whatever the amount of time was. And little did I know that nobody could smell anything, but
I thought you said you filled it up with like samples.
I filled it up with samples of tap water. I'm Rick Vetiver. That was our video on the House of Versace. Hopefully it was a little bit more educational. Hopefully we provided you with more information, and if you're planning on buying this fragrance, we kind of steered you into the right direction. Once again, we're having a blast making these videos, and we're so excited. Our videos are actually getting a little bit more and more views. We have 2 videos now that are over 1,000 views, so thanks a lot to the people that are watching. Please give us a like and subscribe if you do like the content. It lets us know what direction we should be going with these videos, and it helps the algorithm. We don't promise on making any more of these videos, but we do promise on attempting to. So stay tuned for a possible new episode of our fragrance journey with our host, Rick Vetiver.